everybody, it's Lauren Brown, also known as Raggedy Royal on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and now YouTube. And today we're going to be doing this cobalt blue one eyeshadow look. Yeah, so we are back once again in another color for this one eyeshadow look. Last week we did white, we done red, orange, yellow, green, purple, blue, sky blue that time, pink, and 2 browns. And yet and still, there are still suggestions on which colors y'all want to see next. And I'm a woman of the people, what can I say? If you requested it and there's a way I can help, I'm here to help. So here we go. We are going to go do these eyes. Here is your disclaimer. You're going to want to do your eyes before your face. There is going to be vicious blue fallout on your face. You don't want to do your base twice. You know what I mean? You don't want to have to wipe your entire base off and then redo it. So just do your eyes before you do your face. And yes, let's get into the video. If at any point you like the video, you like something I'm sharing, you just like liking videos, you like me, you know what I mean? You can like it down below and you can subscribe because we're almost 50,000 subscribers. We just hit 49,000 the other day and I'm super, super excited. I'm coming for that plaque this year, so write that down and let's get into the video. Okay, so we're starting with the eyes already primed. I use the Anastasia Beverly eyeshadow primer. This is my favorite primer ever, and one of the reasons it's my favorite is because it is so light. You want an eyeshadow primer that's super light because that's going to give it a fighting chance to show up as vivid as possible and to show up as true to pan as possible. What does true to pan mean? True to how it looks in the eyeshadow palette. So we had some options for the blue. I first went into my ColourPop Matte About Hue palette, which frequent friend to the show. And I was looking at this blue, but I feel like it leans a little bit too teal. We did get one singular request for turquoise or teal, so let me know if you want to see something more turquoise. But for dark blue, I feel like we should really go with Northern Star here. Nice and dark. The other dark shade that we did is purple, so I did a purple one and it was super dark. So I know that this is going to work. Let's just see. Okay, here is the one eyeshadow that we're using. This is in the Beauty Bay Jade palette. So I talked about this in my last couple of videos, but every time I love a palette or I love a product and I come and I recommend it to y'all and y'all start loving it and looking for it, it's sold out or they don't sell it anymore. I checked the website, they do still sell this. So you can get this palette. Now, let's do the Lauren Brown brush breakdown because I'm a woman of the people. I listen to the people. Y'all said y'all like when I do them in the beginning of the video as opposed to in the middle of the video. So here are the brushes we're going to be using and why. So we're going to be using a fluffy brush. A fluffy brush is going to diffuse the product, right? It's going to diffuse that color and make it look the most blended, the more airbrush effect. That's going to be up near the brow bone. As we go down the eye, we're going to go in with more densely packed brushes. Really what it looks like they're thinner and thinner. The bristles are just packed really, really close together. So we're going down the eye, the brush bristles will get thinner and thinner. And then on the lid, we're going to be using this flat brush to really pack that color on. So as we go down the eye, you'll see that these brushes here will add more definition. They'll pack the color on. And all those are going to be one eyeshadow. One single eyeshadow. Just one. It will look different when we use each of these brushes. We're going to start off with, look at me looking for the name on here. It doesn't have a name. This is a BH Cosmetics brush from eons ago. Long time ago. And we are going to be going into that shade North Star. Starting on the outer corner, you can see already this is pigmented. This right here is pigmented. And we are going to be going all the way across the eye. Wow. It's looking choppy right now. We're gonna have to really blend this out. That's the thing about having these dark shades is you gotta really blend them out as opposed to like the white that we did last week. What we do the week before that? PR unboxing. Before that we did orange. You know, those are a little bit easier. Not even easier, but you can be a little bit more reckless with those. With this right here, it is going to snitch on you. And we're going all the way up to the brow bone. So we don't want to see any of that white. That is our girdle, okay? That is our Spanx. That's our underwear. You just go show anybody your underwear. You need it? You know you hear me. All right, so we're going to go all the way across the eye. I'm going to go out into this outer corner, and that's why I have this primer out on my face because I'm gonna blend it all the way out there. That's personal preference. You know, you can keep it on the eye if you want. I like to blend my eyeshadow a little bit past the boundary of my eye just so that I can make it more cohesive with the rest of the face. There we go, blending this all the way up. Wow. Wow. I will say it's not as dark as I thought. Oh, I hate it though. All right, now we're gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Now, on this eye, I started in the outer corner. I've noticed this about myself recently, the more and more I film tutorials. On this eye, I always start in the inner corner. The thing about it is, it doesn't matter because we're going all the way across the eye. So sometimes I do cut creases that have multiple colors in the crease. So like my cotton candy cut crease, like it was like pink, purple, blue. Rainbow cut crease, you have, the entire rainbow. Because it's all the same across the eye, you can start in the inner corner or the outer corner. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when I start in the inner corner. And I'm just blending in circular motions all the way across the eye again. Okay, we're at an interesting, it's like lighter than I thought, but then again, let's not talk too quickly because you know that these next steps are going to build definition in the crease. I kind of like doing the brush breakdown too at the beginning because like, it's kind of like foreshadowing. I told you this is going to happen, I'm going to show you how it's going to happen. So we're going to go in this Morphe M441. This is a more tapered brush. Now, I should have put this in the beginning. If you don't have this exact blue, that's fine. Use a blue that's comparable. You don't have these exact brushes, that's fine. Use brushes that are comparable. I'm going to go with this Morphe M441 and we're going to go right into Northern Star. And I'm going to start in the outer corner. And I'm blending in the crease. Now wait. See how that looks like a totally different color? Wait, okay. So now where is the crease? The crease is going to be when you look up and you look down that fold. Perhaps your fold looks different than mine. That's cool. They come in different shapes and sizes. So what you're going to do is go halfway from the brow bone to the lash line. Right about there. That's going to be your crease. And I'm blending this across the lid. Yeah. As you can see, we went into the exact same eyeshadow, but with two different brushes has a totally different effect. This brush, it didn't give it as much livelihood, as much character as this brush did, and that's because this is going to really pack it on. Both are important though, because if you just use this brush and we're all the way up to the brow bone, it's not going to have definition. It's not going to be well blended. If you did just this one, you're not going to see all the vividness of the blue. So that is why it's one eyeshadow, 4 brushes. I'm going to do the same on the other eye, starting in the inner corner. Now, never in a regular world tutorial will you ever just do one step one time and never go back. The reason why is because you're going to have to get a blend. Like a lot of people ask, like, how do you make sure your eyeshadow is so blended? You really have to go back and repeat steps. You have to, knead it. You're kneading the dough, all right? So I'm going to go back in with that first brush and a little bit of that Northern Star blue. And I'm going to just do the things that we did in the beginning. So blending out those edges. Now that we have two, different parts, we added them in 2 different ways, 2 different steps. It doesn't have to look like it, okay? It can all look cohesive by going back and redoing some of those steps. Blowing out that blue that we added in the crease is the same blue. Like sometimes the wording trips me up because I'm like, it's the same color. It don't look the same because it's different brushes and it's a different step, but it's the same thing. Going back in to blend out that blue that we added in the crease with the blue that we added with the fluffy brush. Y'all know what I mean. Amen. Blending that out. Boom. And that's why I spent so much time like explaining all the steps, so that, if later you say, oh my gosh, I feel like the eye is just too one note, it needs definition, you know which brush to use. Or, oh my gosh, I feel like it's not blended out on the edges, you know which brush to use. So now we're gonna go in with the even more tapered brush. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. This is a Morphe M456, and I'm going into that Northern Star. And 5 points for the clean brushes today. 5 points. Now, after this, they're obviously not going to be clean, but 5 points. And I'm going to go right into that crease as well. However, this is going to kind of get into a lower part of the crease just naturally because it is so small. Blending it. I'm more so placing this because the brush is so small. Wow, this is actually way prettier than I expected. I don't know, I was expecting something dark and moody, which like, I'm always down for it. But this is different than I thought. And I'm going back in with that brush from that last step to blend that out. I think this is my favorite size blending brush. It's hard though because this right here, I've been down with this since before college. I want to say before high school. I want to say I was in middle school. And I haven't found a brush that's like perfectly comparable to it because I've been right down with it so long. But my favorite type of brush is this medium brush right here because it really does make the difference in the blending. I'm just going back and repeating those steps. Blending with that medium brush. I just blended out these edges with that fluffier brush. If I want to add more definition, I can go in with that super tapered brush. I want to be careful though, because I can already start to see the eyeshadow like want to separate from itself. I can see like the lines of demarcation. I don't want to disrupt it so much. I always say blend more than you think you need to blend. Yes, keep that in mind. Comma. Comma. Sometimes when you blend too much and you do too much back and forth, the eyeshadow will start to have a line of demarcation. So it'll start to separate from itself. You don't want to do that much, okay? I hope it shows up on camera. You can kind of start to see it when even if you're adding like more eyeshadow, it doesn't look like blended how it was before. That's when you should say, you know what? I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. I don't want any drama with that, all right? So now I'm going to go in with this flat brush. This is from Beauty Bay. This is a set. It was like their, I don't know, maybe Prism. I'm not sure the name of the set, but this is from Beauty Bay. So any flat brush you have will do. And we're going to go in to North Star. Yep, of course we are. Tap, tap, tap. And we're going to be adding this onto the lid. Yeah, with this color, I knew not to do my base before my eyes. Like sometimes I love the way that it looks when you do your base before your eyes, especially when I'm like recording a YouTube video, because it's just like, I don't know, it just feels like, oh wow, like so put together. The eyeshadow is the last step. All we need is a little bit of eyeshadow. But I knew that the fallout on this was going to be crazy, mostly because of just how dark it is. Like just the color alone, I knew. Getting that all over the lid. And then I'm going to go up into the crease and I'll show you why. Because we're going to go in with that taper brush and really blend out the edges. So it doesn't have to look like, you know, so separated. It's also not a cut crease. So it don't have to look, you know, like, oh, she just added it right onto the lid right here and then blend it out. Now this eye is the eye that I said with the demarcation, so we're going to be careful in not disrupting that. I'm actually going to blend above where I think there may be an issue. You can also take this brush if you're in a pinch. You can take that super taper brush and just apply it there. I hope that the camera is okay. Every time I do blue eyeshadow, my camera goes, woo! But one of the rag dolls taught me about white balance, so I can white balance the film because it goes warm then cool, then warm then cool, then warm then cool. And it only does it like with blue eyeshadow. Like even when I did the dark purple, no problem. Only blue eyeshadow, so that's very powerful. But I hope that we're good. So now this is the time where you take your hand held there and you go and you just reevaluate the steps, right? Because I'm not gonna always be here. Right? You know, I hope that you're always here. You know, if you want to subscribe, we're less than 1,000 away from 50,000 subscribers. We're at 49,000 subscribers. If you want to subscribe, you want to always be here. I appreciate that. But I'm not going to always be here. So, you know, you may be doing this one day and you're like, This is the part where Lauren said stop. No. Lauren did not say stop. Lauren said go back and reevaluate. You may feel like I need to blend out more on the edges. You already know what brush to use for that. You may feel like I need more on the lid. You know what brush to use for that. This is where you figure out what you like, what you don't like, because I really want you guys to have authority and agency in your own beauty routines. Yes, I do. I personally am okay with how everything is looking with the blue. What I'm going to do now is go do my base really quickly, and then we'll be back for the waterline and the lower lash line. Look at that, we're back. If you want to know how to do base makeup, I got you. I have a whole bunch of base makeup videos. If you want to know how to do my new lip combo, I have so many lip combo videos. I got you. Now we're going to do the waterline. So I'm going to be using this the Lip Bar Straight Coolin Smudge Proof Eyeliner. And y'all, I literally just took the plastic off of this. I don't even know. I've never used this before, but when I used it on this eye, I was like, yup, that'll work. And so since it is nice and sharp, because I haven't used it before, I can just apply it right to the eye and not have to like dig into it. I feel like honestly digging into it, unnecessary. And I'm going to apply that right to the eye. I'm still going kind of at an angle, so I'm not going straight like this, because that is scary, okay? When people say, oh, I'm scared to do the waterline, I'm like, yeah, that, woo, ha, you know, you want to hit it at an angle. I'm even going a little bit lower than the waterline to that lower lash line because we're about to add some hot glue there. Now, somebody asked me on Instagram, maybe like a month or so ago, they were like, how do you figure out which color you do what waterline with? So most of the time I do makeup period, I do white waterlines. If you want to know more about the waterline, what colors give what effect, how do I apply things on the waterline, my favorite products, you can check out my waterline. You can check out my waterline 101 video. But usually I do white. And so in this one eyeshadow series, I've been using the color. If I have the color in the waterline color, then I'll do it, right? So we did dark purple for the purple, dark brown for the brown. If I have it and it matches perfectly, I'll do it. If it is a pastel or is bright and I don't have it, then I'll do a white. But since we have this, boom. Now I'm going to go in with that flat brush, and I'm going to lightly add some blue right underneath. And I mean lightly, because I don't want too much fallout. I know there's going to be a little bit of fallout, but I don't want too much because I just did my base makeup, all right? Some colors you can be a little reckless with and like drag them all the way down and like add a lot. Blue is not one of those colors. It will start looking bruisish really quickly. I'm going to take that very, very small brush that we use in the crease, the smallest one, and just blend that out. You get less fallout from this than the packing it on with that light brush, with that lid brush. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a little sliver of black liner, just because that's how I apply my lashes now. Add a little sliver of black liner, put my lashes right on top. If you want to know how I apply my lashes, even with that new liner trick, you can check out my video all about applying faux lashes, and I will see you at the final look in like 2.5 seconds. Okay, so here is the final look. Bow, bow, bow. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe down below. We are less than 1,000 away from 50,000. We are at 49,000. So thank you so much. If you want to see more of my looks, more of my life, bucket list series is coming back. Okay, so way more of my life. You can check me out on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Threads, and Shorts, and everywhere at Ragged World. The same way it's spelled down below. We do way more looks in the short form content. Also, if you want to see something particular next, let me know down below. This was a suggestion. Last week I did the white one eyeshadow look, and I like went on and on about how I thought the one eyeshadow look series was over. And then somebody asked for white. Actually, a couple people asked for white. Then somebody was like, no, how about cobalt blue? So here we are on cobalt blue. So I do listen to the people. So let me know if you want to see something specific down below. I take suggestions. It helps me plan out my content. And yes, I will see you in the next video.